feeling, my little thief? Surprised? Well, so am I. I didn't expect to find you here at this hour. I thought you were sleeping in your chambers, as you usually do. You thought taking a walk through the streets of High Lemura would calm your nerves. I see. Perhaps I might join you then in this calming of nerves. Shift aside, please. Good boy. No need to feign indignation, my little thief. Your inner feelings are as clear to me as water. You are not so averse to praise as you'd have me believe. It's merely a compliment for being good. You know you haven't been very good as of late. What with trying to unravel our ancient empire's secrets. So, on the rare occasion that you are, in fact, a good boy, I make a public note of it. I am glad my explaining it makes things better. Well, if you were being sarcastic, you should have told me so. I find your sarcasm more Eldritch than you find me. Why can't you humans just speak plainly? You do not need to apologize. Perhaps this is, well, this may be a learning experience for me too. You are the first human to set foot here in several eons. You are quite the puzzle. Curious little oddity out of place and out of time. If I made you feel small just now, I apologize. It was not my intention. Even if it is the truth, in the macrocosm of the universe, you are indubitably exceedingly small. But that may not be a bad thing. Rest assured, you are my guest. As long as you are under my protection, I will not let any harm come to you. You are welcome, my little thief. You have been here for... Time doesn't quite have the same meaning here as in your physical world. But to you, it has felt like a few days. I am pleased to see you are not as afraid or as confused as you were when you first came here. Yes, I sensed your life force when you found the gateway. It was like a faint speck of light in the endless dark abyss, utterly foreign, like it didn't belong here. You were on the brink of unconsciousness when I materialized. Your unshielded psyche must not be directly exposed to what lies here. You cannot glimpse Lemuria as it truly is without turning insane. Mortal eyes were not meant to see it. Not out of arrogance on our part, but for your own safety. It is difficult to explain to a human. From what I understand, you only see the universe in 3 dimensions. What you are seeing right now, this ancient, beautiful city in the depths of the abyss, it is only a shadow. You cannot see what casts this shadow, because you cannot. Yes, that is why the city is deserted. No one is here except you and me. No one lives in the shadow but you and me. You want to know where is everyone? They are below the abyss, above the stars. Oh, I wasn't aware that sounds paradoxical to a human mind. But it is the truth. I don't think there is an easy way for you to understand. Are you scared of what you cannot understand? Don't be scared. I told you, you are my guest. I will not let any harm come to you while you are here. Why? Now that is an interesting question. I have asked myself that a few times since you arrived. Well, I didn't say I have been able to answer it. I chose to link with your eroding consciousness because letting your mind crumble seemed like a waste. Especially after you finally found the place you had been seeking for so long. Most of us, the beings beyond human comprehension, Eldritch as you call us, we are indifferent to humanity, not because you are beneath us. We just simply exist on a different scale. Some of us do notice you, though. I've told you this before, but I am the Prince of High Lemuria. The fact that you were so interested about my domain, having made it your life's mission to rediscover this supposedly lost civilization, I suppose that flattered me. A bit. There's also the fact that I like you. What? Did I say something to make you uncomfortable? I apologize. I have not interacted with many humans before. Any humans. Of course it's possible for me to like you. I do feel fondness, and jealousy, and anger, among other things. In fact, where do you think those emotions originate from? They came from us. We are the source and the end. We are here at the beginning of time, before anything else was, and we will remain here at the end of time, after everything else was. I told you earlier that what you see is a shadow, but even in a shadow, you may glimpse fragments of the original substance. The sprawling buildings, the labyrinthine streets, nebulous lights, the water aqueducts, canals, ponds, lakes, streams, and of course, the depthless ocean around us. It is all still a part of Lemuria. You are not looking at an illusion. You wanted to learn our secrets, to see this fabled kingdom for yourself, and now that you have, what do you think? There's a lot of water. Why, yes, certainly. My race has an affinity for the ocean. That much should be obvious. You are curious about how you can still breathe, yes? Why are you not being crushed by the cold weight of the abyss? Lemuria is also the realm of dreams. In your dreams, you can swim at the bottom of the ocean without drowning, yes? You could think of this as a dream. You aren't the one dreaming. You are merely inside someone else's dream. The city exists inside of a dream. Mine. Ours. Theirs. It is a long dream, so no, there is no easy way for you to go back to your world. You cannot simply wake up, because you are already awake. When you chose to cross that threshold, to enter the gateway, I thought you knew that there was a real chance you could never go back. There is no easy way. You'd have to seek out the gate again. That nexus between worlds, and even if you did find it, I am not sure if your body and mind could handle the strain of crossing a second time. No easy way, but I will do what I can to help you. So, my little thief, do make yourself comfortable here. After all, this is your home now. It can be, if you want. No, I will not leave you alone in this sunken city. I won't have you walk amidst the towering steeples, the strange temples, and the vast maze of streets, markets, and empty houses all by yourself. I choose to reveal myself to you because I felt an affinity, something strange and incorporeal, like the threads of fate connecting us. It is my responsibility while you are here to look after you. Noblesse oblige. Call it what you want. I am a royal, and I'd be a poor host if I left you to your own devices. Seems like it has started raining. You like water, right? But not getting drenched in water. Humans certainly are strange. Fine. Let's get you out of here. Come now. We'll walk back to the old castle in the rain. Should be pleasant. Yes, I thought you might be wondering how it can rain at the bottom of the abyss, inside a dream, in the shadow of a city. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there's no easy way to explain it, which will enable you to understand. But you can think of it like memories. Memories like how you walk down a familiar lane in the dead of night and hear thunderclouds, and then think back to how it rained the previous time you were walking that same road. You can almost feel the cool, icy needle rain falling on your skin for a brief moment. You can think of these as memories falling from the void above to the void below. A memory of rain. Yes, I know it feels very real on your skin because it is. The This is the realms of dream and water, no illusions or lies. You spend most of your time studying the runes etched into my city, and after reading all the tomes in the royal library, it may as well be an archive frozen in time, one built to await your arrival. Humanity's unknown ambassador. So you might remember, so you might witness the glory of what once was, and still is, but forever. Forever lost to humanity's curious, wandering gaze. There is much you do not understand yet. I'd be surprised if you did. But don't be disheartened. You have plenty of time to learn Lemuria's secrets. After all, for the foreseeable future, you're stranded here with me. You don't think that's so bad? Of course you don't. I'm a kind host. I take care of what catches my eye. My all-seeing, perpetually awake, very eldritch eye. Yes, my little thief, you should feel honored. What a polite, well-mannered intruder you are. You're full of questions as ever. What is it you wish to ask? Have I been living here all by myself all this time? What a curious question. I suppose yes and no. I live in many places at once. Wherever you see water, a ripple on a lake, a reflection frozen in ice, whenever you feel a sliver of memory, dream's formless wisp, or the rain's familiar pinpricks, I reside there and then, infinitely small fragments of me. But to answer your question more directly, my true form, as it were, resides in High Lemuria, the city in whose shadow we are walking now. What is my true form like? I have tentacles. Yes, really. You cannot see them because you only see a figment of the truth, a projection, a vessel that is closest to what I would be if I were human. Why, yes, you would be afraid if you looked upon my true visage directly. Not because I look hideous or scary, just, well, incomprehensible to the human eye, I suppose. Like something evolution is simply not prepared to gaze upon. And then, like with most things Eldritch, your sanity would crumble and you would go insane, which would be bad. Given that I don't want you to lose your mind, you are the last mortal to bear witness to Lemuria's glory. Given the elusive nature of the gateway, I doubt anyone else will ever find this place again. Our records in history are lost to time and dust. Very, very few people are aware we once lived among your kind, even if only as specters, vessels, fleeting avatars of what we really are. But it was a time of prosperity and illuminance. There are a lot of things we taught humanity, and a lot we taught them to forget. but all traces leading to us disappear, just like we ourselves chose to. Why we chose to leave is a tale for another day, little feet. It is time now. Even in a realm of dreams, you still need to sleep. How else will you ravage my collection of tomes and treasuries tomorrow morning? I'm just saying, dear, you left quite the mess of discarded half-read books in your wake last time. I understand you are eager to learn as much as your cute, precious little mind can grasp, but a well-maintained library is much desired. You think I can just swish my hand and everything will return to its proper place? Perhaps, but I'm not going to do that, because that would be such a vulgar display of power. Here we are, your bedchambers. Now, be a good boy and go to sleep, will you? You are not sleepy. I can help with that. Remember my little trick? Just touch your forehead with my fingers, and you feel lightheaded, like you're drifting off in a sea of fog and mist. And then, suddenly, you feel heavy as you sink into it, into the sea, into dream, just like this. There's only darkness now, but it's soft, gentle, comforting. Not fair. Nothing in life is fair for a human. I know I talked about vulgar displays of power earlier, but this is for your own benefit. I don't want my darling little guest to get all sleep deprived. Are you pouting, little one? What is it, Were you hoping I'd help you fall asleep in a different way? There's that faint blush again. Just the reaction I was hoping for. Good boy. You are quite amusing, you know. Amusing and nice and sweet. Very sweet. You look quite peaceful like this. I like that expression on your face. You seem to be holding my hand in your sleep, little one. Are you trying to steal my hand too? How covetous, how entitled, how charming for a thief. Don't worry, my dear, I'm not going anywhere. I will be by your side when you wake up. It is what you humans call a promise. I promise I will be here for you. But for now, I want you to fall for me. Fall into a dream within a dream. Good boy. Dream of me, my little feet. A vast, cavernous, empty city. So beautiful, but ultimately empty. Bleak. Really is a shame, dwelling here all alone. Father, Mother, I know your eyes are on me, and yet you refuse to manifest here in the lower realms, just like always. All I see are bubbles floating up from the houses below, up into the lightless void, like rain ascending upwards. Must we talk through these bubbles? I see one floating towards me. What is it? You don't like what I've done? He doesn't belong here. I think I have just as much right to decide that as you. I am your heir, your successor, the inheritor of the White Throne, where I must sit and dream until the end of the universe. For his own safety. What a bright silver glow this bubble has. Any brighter and my darling might wake up. He is no safer over there than he is in here with me, Father. I will take care of him. He will want for nothing. To live in a giant castle with a handsome prince who loves him. Is that not something so many dream of? Is it really all that wrong? Violet and wisps of oak. Maybe you're right, Mother. Maybe I do not know what love is. Maybe this is just a lie born out of my loneliness. A distraction, fancy in passing, I do not know. But I think I love him anyway. Grayish, like smoke obscuring a world of nothing. It's impossible, you say, because he is only human. He can never understand what I am. I cannot get involved like this. But he understands me well enough. I am happy with him. I have always felt a strange kinship with this abandoned city, even if it is only a relic, a frozen shadow of Lemora. Perhaps it was because I knew he would be coming one day. I was waiting for him, for my little thief. Green, like a meadow after the rain. Yes, I've decided to keep him, Mother, as my friend. He can stay here. I want him to stay here. Why show me this? I don't like crimson. I don't know why. It looks like the color of betrayal. Maybe that's what you're saying? I know. I was the one who hid the gateway after I found him. It's lost now. He will not be able to find it again. And so, he cannot leave this place. I'm glad he cannot leave. I know that's a terrible thing to say, and part of me is sad, because I am the reason he is stuck here. But part of me is also happy. I'm happy he cannot leave me. Crimson may be the color of betrayal, but it is also the color of my love. My love doesn't know. My love is sweet, trusting, foolish, naive, meek, gentle, guileless, funny, timid, unsure, wonderful. And I have chosen. He shall be my groom, my betrothed. Perhaps one day I shall even bring him up to meet you down below, into the fold of the divine realm. Let him sit on my lap as I sit on my throne, and then we shall dream together of the stars coming right, and of time and reality dancing to the unseen flute and drums, as eons die and eons are reborn. We shall dream together, a long, endless dream.